well that you don't want Dick the Bruiser upset with you when you're inside the ring with him. He believes in King of the Hill. And that ring is his. Oh, a punch right into the eye of Spike Huber. Right on the bone over the eye, and already a little mouse forming on Spike Huber's eye from where Billy Howard popped him. He laid that in there. And Huber, his temper tested right there by Billy Howard. Spike goes to the leg. Good move. Leg drop into the calf muscle. Spike Huber with a leg lock on Billy Howard. He hooks the instep, leans back against the ankle. Spike's own knee in the hamstring muscle of Howard. Now Spike steps inside and snaps that hamstring. That hamstring can be cramped very easily. Huber knows it. A couple of those leg snaps and an opponent is bound to be limping around. In this case, the opponent is Billy Howard, and he'd like to protect that hamstring if he can. Now Huber forces the leg forward directly back, putting more strain once more on the hamstring and right through the knee. Huber's spreading it out, almost a type of leg split, except that instead of standing on the other ankle, Huber's standing on the knee of Howard. Spike gets his shoulder against the back of the ankle of Howard. Howard tells referee Ed Warren that Howard will not give up. Oh, Howard gouging the eyes and nose. And Huber has to release the leg split. It's the second time Howard's been up around the eyes of Spike. Huber slammed head first into the top turnbuckle by Howard. Another hard pop to the face from Billy Howard. Warren balls out Howard once more. Howard grabs the hair and Huber's head hits that buckle again. Spike's head and face really taking some punishment at the hands of Billy Howard. Front face lock by Howard. The referee checks that it's not a strangle, and now Huber hooks the head of Howard. They end up in the ropes. 1, 2, 3. Knee lift into the stomach by Howard.
5 minutes have elapsed, 5 minutes left.
Huber blocked that attempt to be thrown into the corner, and instead it was Howard who hit the buckle. Spike Huber pounds on the head of Howard. Howard reaches right back out and gouges the face of Huber. Spike having trouble with Billy Howard. Howard nails Huber with an elbow smash. Going for the pin is Billy Howard. Count of 1. Huber kicks away, gets those shoulders up, and Howard, griping, yelled out in dismay. Oh, Howard went for a body slam. What happened? Flying cross body blocked by Huber. He cradles the leg. Those shoulders are down, and that's it. Beautiful move by Spike Huber, catching high forearm into Ted DiBiase. The Missouri State champion kicked off the apron by massive John Studd. The crowd boos at Big John, but DiBiase is in real trouble now, and I have to tell you, so far Studd is backing up his word. DiBiase up on the apron. Studd grabs him there. Again, bends him backwards and slams that forearm into the chest. A knee into the back. DiBiase hung up on the ropes and Studd battering DiBiase. Studd just battering DiBiase. Lee Warren trying to control Big John Studd. The count is 20. And Ted DiBiase may need it all. In fact, he may still be out there at 20. In that case, Big John Studd's going to be the winner. DiBiase up on his knees now. He's standing, he's holding that shoulder that hit the ring post. Studd right there. Look out. DiBiase grabs Studd's leg. And he slams Studd's leg down across the apron. Again, DiBiase slamming the leg of Studd over the apron. He's tying him up around that steel ring post. And he rams the knee of Big John Studd into the steel ring post. DiBiase now Studd in trouble. That knee always vulnerable no matter how big you are. And DiBiase tears into Studd. Down goes Big John. DiBiase, the leg snap, yanking out that hamstring. Big John Studd, the hamstring snapped by Ted DiBiase after his knee was slammed into the ring post. The body drop into the knee, and And you know what DiBiase is thinking about here. He's thinking about the figure 4 leg lock. Again, DiBiase steps inside and snaps the leg. Now even the shins, the tendons coming down the front of the knee, aching on Big John Studd. He spins, going for the figure 4, but he's kicked away and out of the ring by Big John Studd. Talk about power with one leg. Studd kicked DiBiase right out of the ring. Studd crawling through the ropes. Big John Studd going out of the ring and after Ted DiBiase. He slams DiBiase into a chair. Big John Studd slamming DiBiase into a chair outside the ring. And again trying to ram him into another chair. Studd and DiBiase battling outside the ring. We have a Donnybrook. It's Studd and DiBiase outside the ring. Studd slammed headfirst into the apron. DiBiase grabbed the chair. DiBiase grabbed the chair. Oh, and he clobbers Studd over the head with the chair. Studd still won't quit. Both men outside the ring. The match is being stopped. They're outside the ring 20 seconds. They're trying to restore order. Studd slammed into the steps. Big John, look out! Studd has slammed DiBiase into the ring post and then into the press table. Studd battering DiBiase outside the ring. And I have to tell you, DiBiase, he's trying to go out after Studd. In a rematch, DiBiase beat between Race and David Von Erich before. You know what Valentine thinks of the Von Erichs? And to be perfectly blunt, if you think back a little bit, you remember there was a lot of bad blood between Harley Race and Greg Valentine's father, Johnny. So there's probably a good question there as you watch Flair body slam Price while Price's arm is in hammerlock position. Think back, and Race and Johnny Valentine had some brawls. But Race and Greg Valentine are going to try and bury the hatchet for the simple reason, look at the opposition and think what victory would mean to Race and Valentine. Are Von Erich and Jones as to who might get a crack at the Missouri title or the World Championship.
5 minutes have elapsed, 5 minutes left.
It's going to be as tough a team as you could possibly imagine on one side with Race and Valentine. But David Von Erich with all that skill and all that fire, and Rufus R. Jones, certainly one of the most dynamic personalities St. Louis fans have ever seen. Certainly one of the most popular. They may blow the roof off when David Von Erich and Rufus Jones get in that ring together. And Race and Valentine may bring the building down. Quite a tag match, to say the least.
And don't forget the headache ball, Dick the Bruiser.
Oh,
what he's going to do to Patera.
And what Patera may do to the Bruiser. Don't underestimate the Missouri State champion. He took the title away from Jack Briscoe. He took the title away from Kevin Von Erich. Twice he has won the Missouri State crown. Of course, the Bruiser himself is a former Missouri State title holder. Patera is no slouch. Don't forget, he's fresh from a victory over Kerry Von Erich. Good, hard, fast match. Tremendous match.
No matter what you do outside the ring, when that bell rings, that's it. No matter what Patera says or what Bruiser says, you got to do it inside the ring.
Or what Flair says or what Rhodes says. That is truly a super spectacular. And the addition of Gene Kaniski as the special referee. Big Thunder is going to be calling it square and fair. You can bet on that. But you can also bet he's going to be looking at both guys thinking, what would happen if I was in the ring with one of these guys for the World Championship? Flair, oh, busts loose and just fires Price like he was shot out of a cannon right through the ropes and out of the ring. Ric Flair, the world champion, has just launched David Price. Try to be a nice guy and watch what happens, says Ric Flair. Nice guys don't finish let's try that, don't finish first. Nice guys finish last. That's obviously the philosophy of Ric Flair.
3 minutes left, 3 minutes.
Ric Flair jerking the throat of David Price down across the top rope. The Nature Boy struts and the crowd screams. Oh, the Nature Boy. He is in fine fettle today. Look at him. 245 pounds, solid, muscle, speed, quickness. Dusty Rhodes has his work cut out. Rhodes, as hungry an athlete as you've ever seen from those dusty beginnings in the small towns of Texas. He knows what it's like to taste the gold belt, but so does Flair. Flair strangling Price. Lee Warren trying to get the world champion back. Flair stomping on Price. Ric Flair on the warpath, and Price knocked right out of the ring. There goes Flair out after him. He jumps out on the floor, grabs Price by the head, and throws Price right back into the ring. Nature Boy Ric Flair when he goes. This is Dusty Rhodes right here, says Ric Flair. Flair pounding on Price in the corner. The world champion hooks the head, ducks beneath. He suspends Price in the air, suplexed by Flair. The suplex by the world champion. For Dusty Rhodes, a Christmas gift. Says Ric Flair, the figure 4 leg lock. The figure 4 leg lock by the world champion on Price, and Price submits. It's Ric Flair, the world champion. Well, what can you say? He simply blew Price away. With this fine crew here, you get a good close look at the action. Right on top of it, literally. Get any closer, you can check the bridge work on Bobby Jaggers. You can get in there and referee almost. Jaggers pulling back on that head. The reverse neck breaker was very effective for Jaggers. And if he can keep the pressure on the neck of Reed, maybe a second reverse neck breaker could spell doom for Bruce Reed. And it could spell victory for Bobby Jaggers. Jaggers smiling, he's happy. Match is going his way. Another knee drop to the jaw and into the chest. It was not on the throat. The referee indicating as much. Knee drop again off the throat. Jaggers covers Reed. Count of 2. And, I mean, he came within about 2.5 of being pinned right there. Flying mare by Jaggers.
3 minutes left. 3 minutes.
3 minutes remain between Bobby Jaggers and Bruce Reed. 3 minutes or less. And the way things are going right now for Bruce Reed, he's going to have to turn it around because he's getting himself into some trouble right here. It all started when Jaggers sidestepped a flying tackle by Reed, clouded Reed in the back and knocked him out of the ring. From that point on, it's been all Bobby Jaggers. Eddie Smith again, keeping a close eye on things. Checking the response of Reed. Reed, though, still in it. He's groggy. He's got that head pinched together, the chin forced forward into his own chest by Bobby Jaggers. Jaggers is strong. Maybe his physique is a little bit different from that of Bruce Reed, but don't let it kid you. He's a strong man. He's 255 pounds. You don't push somebody like that around, I'll guarantee you. Reed up to his feet, throws an elbow into the stomach of Bobby Jaggers. Flying tackle. Reed's got guts. He goes that flying tackle again. A second one drops Jaggers. Oh, Jaggers was waiting and catches Reed with a knee lift into the abdomen. Bruce Reed caught with a knee lift into the midsection by Bobby Jaggers, and again, Reed is in some trouble. 2 flying tackles did the job, but a third one turned out to be one too many because Jaggers was waiting, and he caught Reed with that knee lift in the midsection. Again, Jaggers pinching the face of Reed together. He rolls Reed over, trying to go for a quick pin. Reed gets that shoulder up. Jaggers not too happy about it, but it's going to take a lot more than that to put Bruce Reed down. That much I can guarantee you. Jaggers pounds on the face of Bruce Reed. Reed comes off the ropes with a smash of his own.
One minute left. 1 minute.
Jaggers again scores the punch to Bruce Reed. Jaggers grabs Reed, whips him into the ropes, catches him coming off, jackknife and cradle by Reed. Count of 1, count of 2, and Jaggers gets that shoulder up. Jaggers surprised by that jackknife and cradle of Bruce Reed. Jaggers lifts Reed to the air for a body slam by Bobby Jaggers. Jaggers lines Reed up, flying elbow drop, but Reed rolled away. Reed rolled away, and the flying elbow drop of Bobby Jaggers was foiled. An elbow smash to the neck by Bruce Reed. Reed with a small package, the front rolling cradle. Count of 1, count of 2, and Jaggers pops the leg out and gets the shoulders up. Jaggers goes right for the eyes of Reed. Flying Mare is stopped by Reed. Backslide by Bruce Reed. Count of 1. And at 2, Jaggers again gets the shoulders up. 3 near pins by Bruce Reed in the last minute of the match. There's the bell. The time limit has expired. The match is a draw, but Reed and Jaggers, oh, they had those heads down low and cracked heads together. Jaggers and Reed both flattened after that impact.